Welcome to the Now You Know podcast, a podcast that will guide you to successfully navigate the online world and give you, as a super bonus, some thought-provoking takes on life. Without further ado, here is your host, entrepreneur, marketer, professor, and author, Flavio Salza. We are happy to have you here today. Enjoy the show.
Yo, we are back. Are you there? This is Flavio. So before we jump into today's Now You Know talking, let me take a couple of seconds to update you on my adventures on the planet Earth. Well, I know you might be wondering, where are the podcasts of the past 4 weeks? Did he get an alien trip or what? No, I wish, but no. I just took some end of the year break on this podcast project, but I believe now I'm back and hopefully we will get back to regular schedule, which is about 1 episode a week going forward. As another update on my side, I will also be doing a 3-hour webinar on February 13. So put this down on the agenda. It's going to be Saturday, 2 p.m. Japan time. So it might be your evening for some of you or morning, I'm not sure. But again, it's free thing and it's an online event, and together with Temple University Continuing Education in Japan. And the title will be like Top 10 Social Media Myths to Avoid into 2021. And I will be covering some points from the relentless pursuit of followers, to the possible death of some social medias like Facebook and Twitter. You guys know what's happening right now. A lot of censorship on these platforms and many people leaving, and the trust is not there anymore, I think, for some of them. And that might be something that might happen in 2021. But again, the idea is to help you to focus on your social media presence. So if you can avoid some, let's say, some myths and some troubles ahead, you can make a better strategy and choose maybe the right social media for you. And then you build your voice and tone, and you actually come up with your unique way of basically to position yourself or be yourself or your brand, right? So I will leave the link of this webinar on the description, the show notes, so you can get more information about it. And again, if you can join us, it'll be a pleasure. Okay, so now let's jump into the Now You Know talking. So today I would like to talk about creating a quality profile for you online. This is a very crucial step because, people usually browse a whole profile in less than 30 seconds and maybe go for a Tinder date in just 2 seconds. Okay, jokes apart. My point is your profile should grab attention, and that should be pretty damn fast nowadays. Otherwise, kaboom! You're left on the page 2 of the internet where nobody goes. Oops, I'm sorry about this, kaboom. Actually, kind of scary because I didn't realize the sound is so blasting, and maybe I scared you off. Sorry for that. Anyway, before we go into what you need to have in order to develop a good profile, and there are basic things like you need to have a nice profile picture. The ones that is it's a clean background and only you on the picture, please. Even if you met some superstars or don't put it yourself with somebody else. This is a basic things that I'm sure most of you already know about it. So I'm gonna talk about other things. And I think what you really need to understand is why people are visiting your profile in the first place. Maybe they came because you have a content that grabbed their attention, and maybe they came because you have something to offer to them. So your profile needs to introduce you in a very creative way and be focused on what do you do or have to offer to those visiting your profile. That's the key point, I believe. So you need to think on what people have to gain by connecting with you, right? Maybe it's your professional experience. I don't know. Maybe it's your current location. Some people connect with me because I'm based in Tokyo, Japan. Maybe it's your personality. You have a fun character and people get interest on that, and then they decided to connect with you. So whatever makes you different is the thing that you should go into in your 30 seconds or less profile introduction text. Now, that can be tested out, doesn't need to be written on stone. So you can come up with 2 different versions and test out along the certain time and get feedback from your friends or connections on which one works better. Or do you think it's more attractive for people to, describe yourself better or something like that? Just make sure you are being creative. That's a very important point. And that you're focused on who you are now and not who you would like to be or become in the future, right? So it's really need to be a realistic who you are now profile. The other thing you should be aware is that you do not copy any other people's profile or story. It should be very unique to you. Your job is to craft your own story, right? So to finalize, here are the do and don'ts on profile. I think, for example, one of the things that people get wrong on the profile thing is that they basically try to make a profile with a lot of buzzwords, and they try to attract robots because they know how the algorithm works in the social media, for example, and they try to make a profile full of buzzwords so the algorithm can pick up, and maybe people believe that if they got picked up by those algorithms, they have a chance to pop up more often or get their profile more views or etc. But the things you have to do here is to remember, first is that the things we already talked about, you are showcase your uniqueness or your passion. So you are highlighting your quality, skills, and most of all, you can help how you can help the others visiting your profile, right? What can you do for somebody, right? The other do is keep it simple and short, attractive, and again focus on today. That's the things we already said. What I was talking about before is that you cannot make a profile for robots or algorithms, because it's about people, right? So it's people watching or reading your profile. It's not forget about SEO is important, yes, but you're focused on people because it's about people to people, right? So another don't, we already talked as well, is copy someone's profile. But also lie about yourself or skills or offering. That's no, definitely. Going to many details also is not something you want to do it, because like I said before, you have 30 seconds to make an impression. So if you go into many details, your profile is going to be long, and it's very hard when you have a long description of yourself to keep people interested in keep reading, So just be to the point. Again, trying to focus on what makes you different, and then you highlight those points. And basically that's it. I think as long as, again, you are not making a profile that is showing something that you are not, like or you want to be in the future. Let's say you want to be a famous musician in the future. So you start your profile saying, I am, I'm in this rock band or whatever, but you're not in any rock band yet, right? You're just learning the guitar. That goes to the 2 points, right? You're lying, and also you're doing something that it's a project image for the things that you want to achieve in the future. And that's a bad thing because, if people discover, then you lose your all credibility there. So that's it. Give it a try. Craft an introduction. Test out, like I said, rethink, remake. Doesn't matter how many times you do that. Get feedback from people who is reading your profile. And the only last piece of advice is that you need to make it as a potential.
All right, state your name and power.
I am the Waffler. With my griddle of justice, I bash the enemy in the head, or I burn them like so.
Next.
Hi, I am Pencilhead.
And I am son of Pencilhead.
We erase crime.
2 generations of...
Right.
Yes, thank you.
I'd say there's potential.
So that's it, right? Make it with potential. And you're halfway there. All right, guys, see you later. And again, check out the webinar in the end on the show notes. And I will catch you up with you again next week. Bye.
Thanks for listening. The Now You Know guidebook is now available at Amazon worldwide. Get your copy on paperback or Kindle. You can also keep up and interact with Flavio Salza via LinkedIn and Twitter. Plus, check back weekly for new episodes. Until next time, keep rocking and loving on what you do.